congratulations, Andre Dawson, and I am surprised, as you guys are, that Roberto Alomar did not make it, and I'd like to strangle 5 riders out there right now.
That's what we've been talking about for 15 minutes, Bert. I am shocked. I really thought, we've been a proponent of yours for years, and I always laugh because I don't think I've ever told you this, but, Robin Yount and I grew up together, and we were talking to Goose Gossage yesterday. He said if anybody's seen his curveball, they'd put him in just on that alone. And Robin Yount used to tell me when he was 18 years old, 19 in the big leagues, whatever, he said, I've never seen anything like it. He says, I don't know if I'm going to make it in this game if I have to face guys like Bert Blyleven. So that said a lot to me.
That's very nice. But, I'm only 5 votes short, and hopefully next year, maybe it's meant to be because – next year will be 2011 for Blyleven, so maybe it's a better fit.
That's in your speech for sure, isn't it?
Bert, first of all, we appreciate you coming on, and I think, it's funny because as you talk, your attitude and your reaction to all of this is even further of a statement of why it is such a travesty that you're not in the Hall of Fame. Because if so many writers want to rest on ceremonies about why good people, along with good players, should get in, you'd be near at the top of our list, I know, on this show, and a lot of fans. So we appreciate that. Let me ask you an honest question. It might be tough to answer, but I was just asking Kevin this. When you get the call next year, and it's inevitable because, as I said earlier in the show, based on statistics, everyone who's ever gone over 70 has gotten in the next year. So you would figure, quote-unquote, you and Robbie will be, at the very least, the 2 electees next year. How much is taken away from what that phone call will mean to you because of what's been done the last few years?
I don't think any of it will be taken away because, it'll be my 14th year on the ballot. I can imagine what Jim Rice, went through. And, Andre Dawson, too. A lot of guys had to wait a long time. And there's a lot of guys that, like, for instance, you saw Louis Tion's numbers and Ron Santo, guys that are not in that, probably should be in, Jim Cott, Tommy John. So to get this close is an honor. And even though it's disappointing right now, I'm looking forward to next year. But I'm also looking at it as someone that got to play baseball for 22 years and wear a uniform and go in the clubhouse and have fun, and and that's what I miss. And to look back at my career finally now that it's over with, some 20-some years, 30 years later, and to come this close to be elected into the Hall of Fame is an honor.